Assalamu alaikum. Just wanted to talk about quickly about the Pulwama attack and what happened after that. Um, there is a new movement going on in India, basically to boycott Pakistan cricket team in the World Cup, and so on and so forth. Um, so in Pulwama attack, about, as you know, most of you, that 44 Indian soldiers are being killed by the suicide bombing, um, and after that, and now Indians BCCI cricket organization is asking ICC to boycott Pakistan from to severe ties with the nation who have terrorism. So basically, in the beginning, they didn't mention the country's name. They said the country who have terrorism should be boycotted. That's the narrative they have put forward. So obviously, it's no other country but Pakistan they are basically mentioning. Um, I'm not sure, is there any tangible tangible evidence that Pakistan cricket team is involved, is doing that kind of attack, or as a Pakistan as a nation is responsible. That one of the Jashme Mohammed, I think that's the terror organization, has claimed the responsibility, but it's an individual who has done this. But somehow they have taken. I'm not. I don't want to go in details about that. But I find it very problematic why BCCI will say labeling a whole country as a terror financer. That's very problematic. Pakistan is a nuclear state. They are not Afghanistan. They are not Libya or Syria. They are Pakistan. They are a nuclear state. Um, so I'm not sure what's happening in India. You know, Narendra Modi election is coming up. Is it something to do with the election? And also the attack took place. It's a highly militarized zone, and the bomb, 350 kg bomb, has been. It's not manufactured in the kitchen. It's been manufactured in a factory. And how that, okay, most of you know it or not, I'm not sure, but Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir is the highly militarized place on earth, the highest number, and how that kind of bomb went to so close to the soldier, where there is a checkpoint every, I don't know, every 500 meters or so, and how that car went so close. It's very I can't comprehend that. You see, it's very problematic to believe that kind of, it's so easy to attack in that kind of highly militarized zone. And um and again, there are a lot of things why Pakistan will be blamed for this kind of attack. Is the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they are not happy with the Indian soldiers occupying their land. It's the same logic you can apply when Britisher came to India. I mean, Indians are not happy when IRA in Ireland was doing suicide bombing and whatnot, because the land was occupied by the Brits and IRA. Why is the IRA bombers now? The British left the land, and IRA, stop doing that kind of crimes. Look, it's the same logic. If Britisher doesn't have a right to be in Ireland, the Indians doesn't have the right to be in Jammu and Kashmir. It's a land of India. It's a land of Jammu and Kashmiris, and they are the majority of the Muslim people, and they don't want to be occupied by a majority of the Hindu nations. They want their freedom. They want their, and according to the, I want to talk about another issue as well, like why this kind of activity, this kind of um, heinous crime people will commit. There is a grievances, and there is these grievances we need to acknowledge. It's a time bomb ticking. According to the Huffington Post or BBC, CNN, Washington Post, and every newspaper, all you got to do to Google it, you'll find it yourself. In 2008, since 2008 to 2018, 2018 is the year the highest number of civilian deaths took place in 2018. About 505 people has been killed, and 1724, according to the statistics, 1724 people are being partially blinded or fully blinded by the pellet guns. 1724, and the some of the victims are about 5-6 years old. You're talking about 5 years old has been blinded by a pellet gun. That's it. By any definition, that's it. That's a crime. That's a war crime what India is committing. Over 5,000 arrests in 2018 alone. This is the highest number of deaths took place under the Modi government in 2018. And there was another incident. Most of you need to Google it. Asifa Bibi. Is that Asifa Banu? She was being gang raped. She was only 8 years old. She was being gang raped for few, I think, 3 or 5 days. She was being captured. She was a Muslim girl. She was captured, 8 years old, and she has been gang raped. This kind of atrocity has been committed in Jammu and Kashmir. You just cannot. Those crimes they are committed, they should be punished. There is no ifs and buts. But if you ignore the cause of that crime, you can't. If your head is paining, you just can't chop your head off. You need to find out the cause. Why you got the headache. You understand? So that's the problem. And India need to solve. India need to give the right of the Kashmiris, Jammu and Kashmiris, the right to self-governance, right to choose either they want to be part of India or they want to be part of Pakistan or they want to be independent. That land doesn't belong to India. That belongs to Pakistani. India, the claim of Indians that it's integral part of India. I don't buy that. Look at any survey conducted by, the independent. About 90 to 95% of the people, they don't want to be part of India. And the atrocity Indian OHCHR, the United Nations Human Rights Organization, and they have done some of the report. And 2018, for the first time, human rights reports, they have requested Indian government to do a thorough investigation. And if you read that report, it's horrifying how many people, how many unknown graves they have found, how many Kashmiri young people are being killed. They take the young people from their home and they just perish, they just vanish. Those kind of crimes has been committed in Jammu and Kashmir. And now most of the the ally of India and jumping on the bandwagon and saying, the crime has been committed, it should be you can play the games, blaming Pakistan. Pakistan got nothing to do with this. It's the Jammu and Kashmir. They are not happy with the atrocity has been committed in Pakistan. I was born in Bangladesh. Now I live in a Western countries, right? If Indian soldier invade my country, nobody's gonna be happy. No nation, no civilization. will tolerate foreign occupants. It's an occupied land, and they have right to defend themselves. You can call it a terrorism. Someone's terrorism is somebody else's something else. It depends what eye you look at. So it's and I think that's BCCI quickly telling to boycott Pakistani cricket team. That's nothing but foolish. Pakistan cricket team hasn't committed that crime. Pakistan has not committed the crime. If any individual commit, it's like a labeling. And now a lot of Indian lives outside India. A few days back, one Indian guy was caught raping another woman and blaming whole Indian nation. It's like it's some sort of racism. And I was watching some of the narratives putting even the politicians, we let up Pakistan. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Pakistan is a nuclear state. Imran Khan, I respect Imran Khan, whatever statement he has given. He was very clear. He said, look, if you take one step towards Pakistan, I'll take 2 steps towards India. I think that sound like a mature politician. And Imran Khan also, don't take him lightly. He said, give us the tangible evidence. Give us the evidence. Let's work together. Let's find out what went wrong. What happened? You also mentioned like the grievances the young Kashmiris has. That's you need to consider those grievances. Those land has been occupied. When British conquer or British invaded India, Indian didn't like it. The same way Kashmiri doesn't like Indians to invade their land. As simple as it is. And Imran Khan also mentioned, he also warned. He said, look, don't try to attack. If I can recall it correctly, he said, will not consider, but we will retaliate. Any sovereign nation will retaliate. Pakistan got nothing to do. Imran Khan, Pakistan as a nation got nothing to do with this attack. It's Indians are solely responsible for that attack. The young people, how they are being brutalized, how they are being, oppressed. It's the legitimate grievances. Read the human rights report, man. It's horrifying what atrocity they are committing in Kashmir. The highest number of curfew, since 2008. How many months together? No internet, no, every office, everything was shut. The connection was shut. The atrocity the Indian troops are committing. But nobody, Western countries like America, obviously, they wanted to counter China, so keep the India in their pocket. But and now taking the side, condemning the attack. Yeah, attack should be condemned, but it should be balanced. You need to find out the reason why this attack took place. It just doesn't happen. Why it happened? You need to find the cause. And again, I'll say, if anybody comes, any Indian comes and you need to boycott, bruv, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. Pakistan cricket got nothing to do. Pakistan got nothing to do. It's the problem of India occupied the land. They need to get the fuck out of India. As simple as it is. That's the land of, come out of Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir belong to Kashmiris and Jammuan people. It doesn't belong to India. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.